The knock came just past midnight. 3 sharp taps. No doorbell. I opened it half asleep. She stood there, barefoot, hoodie zipped to her chin. A split lip, swelling cheek, one eye red. My daughter. She didn't speak, just stepped inside and collapsed into my arms like she hadn't seen safety in days. "Dad, help me." I didn't ask who did it, not yet. I held her tighter than I ever had. When she finally slept, I called her mother. My wife answered, flat tone. I said her name, said our daughter came home beaten. She paused, then, without hesitation, "I don't know." Cold, calculated, no shock, no panic. And I knew right then she wasn't surprised. She was covering for someone. I stared at the phone after it clicked silent. Her voice played on a loop in my head, so distant it didn't sound human. "I don't know." That wasn't denial, that was indifference. I sat at the edge of my daughter's bed, watching her breathe. Something in me snapped inward, quietly. I didn't feel rage, I felt clarity. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't a drunken misunderstanding. This was planned, permitted, protected. And the bruises weren't new, they were old ones resurfaced. Beneath makeup, hidden under sleeves. Covered by someone who knew how to lie with her eyes. My wife had always been cold, but I never thought she'd let the rot spread to our daughter. But that's the thing about betrayal. You only notice the leak after the house smells like mold. The next morning, she asked me not to tell her mother. I told her I wouldn't, but I didn't promise the same for her family. I started with her phone. My daughter never deleted anything. Screenshots, texts, voicemails, a digital breadcrumb trail of silence. One message from my sister-in-law, "Tell him, if he finds out, we'll lose everything." Another from her uncle, "Don't be dramatic, you knew the rules." Rules. I searched deeper. Financial transfers from my wife's joint account, monthly, same amount, same day. Bribes, hush money. A single photo killed the last of my doubt. My daughter, 16, in a room I didn't recognize. Her uncle behind her, hand on her shoulder, smile forced, eyes pleading. I felt my heartbeat slow, not speed up. No tears, just silence. I printed everything. Then I called them. Said we were having a family dinner. No details, no emotion, just a calm request. They all agreed, like snakes coming home to the den. They sat at my table, laughing, drinking wine, acting like blood wasn't on their hands. My wife beside them, eyes darting. She hadn't looked me in the eye since she walked in. I stood, dropped the folder on the table. Photos, messages, transfers, all of it. No words, just evidence. My daughter wasn't there. I'd sent her to her aunt's. A real one, safe. One by one, the smiles fell. My wife's sister stood, voice shaking. "You don't understand." I raised a hand, not in anger, in warning. "You allowed this," I said, quiet, final. Her father leaned forward. "You're making this ugly." I looked at him, long, hard. And then I said the one thing I'd held back. "She's not your granddaughter." The room cracked open in silence. Only my wife flinched. Only she knew what I meant. I turned to my wife. "You remember that trip to Denver, 12 years ago?" Her face drained. I nodded slowly. "I did the math, did the test. She's mine, but not biologically yours." Gasps, stares, confusion. Her family looked at her like they'd just seen her for the first time. She stammered, "I raised her." "No," I interrupted. "You used her, lied to her, protected monsters for money and image." I pushed the final page across the table. A court filing, custody, restraining orders, criminal charges. "You don't need to speak," I said. "The law will." I left them sitting there, silence ringing louder than screams. My wife called after me. I didn't turn back. That chapter was closed, and it was written in ink too dark to erase. It's been 3 months. She's healing, slowly, quietly. Some nights she still cries, but I sit outside her door, not because I don't trust the world, because she deserves someone who sees the shadows coming. I don't speak to her mother. Court date's coming. Her family's collapsing in slow motion. Good. They built their kingdom on silence. Now it rots in public. I don't need revenge. I just needed her to know that someone believed her, and someone burned everything that hurt her to the ground. She calls me Dad with a different tone now, like the word means safe. The truth didn't just set her free, it destroyed every lie that tried to own her. And I'll never let the darkness knock on her door again, because next time, I won't answer with mercy.